Good evening, Speed Gaming 2. We are in week 5 of the Champion's Choice flag set. We started with a very basic flag set from the presets, Tumultuous, and we've now progressed all the way into a semi-swordless boss HP randomized shenanigans flag set. I'm Furious K, and tracking and commentating on the side will be Chiros. You'll hear him chip in from time to time.
Hello, everyone.
We have Truant, Captain Green 7, Alsoa, and Scytown as our featured runners for this one. You'll probably see him go pretty quickly towards the Armos and check the ladder spot. In fact, you might see a world wrap without the ladder just to see what it is. I don't think there's any heart shuffle going on in this flag.
There's not.
Going on this flag set, so you've got to prioritize those two just in case the wand is at one of those two locations. Just need that free info.
Yep, so we start in the southwest, just a door repair in the first cave they go to. So not a lot happening yet. First level for Scytown, level 7. As Captain Green enters in.
I don't think
going to go very far.
Yeah, I don't even know if all of them will even pirouette, just because it's level 7. Your chances of finding a staircase in here is like 1 in 11 based on the rooms and the 3 staircases you can possibly find, 2 of them connecting to one another. So it's really low odds. Perhaps Truant on his dip in here will at least find this key though, so it's a nice little thing to find for your pirouette.
Scytown goes for a heart early, whereas Captain Green takes a candle.
Yeah, Scytown's basically banking on the wood sword cave not being too terribly far away. Looks like we got the flute at the Armos screen, so that's not going to be too significant a find early, but it could help him travel later.
Did Scytown pick up the recorder before?
He did not. He just outright died.
Yeah.
But
he saw that that is the item because there was no staircase on that one.
Yep.
Or, well, actually, no, maybe not. He died though. He'll be back.
Yeah, he's gonna go straight back for it. I'm sure. It's kind of a rough screen to go to, but what are you gonna do? In fact, it's a rough couple of screens in a row.
Captain Green gets some early bombs and manages to get the letter. Scytown gets a candle on his second any cave.
It's actually his first. He went ahead and retried just because of how annoying these screens are. I think he's going to use the candle to make sure he can get up here, although this time he got up here with more health, so all's fair in the end. One of the tricks you might see from some of the runners that don't get as lucky as Captain Green 7 did with his bomb drop is they might opt into saving with their candle and then retrying to get their count back to 0. That first drop that you can get potentially is a bomb if you've basically hard reset your game. So you may see a few runners do that. If you're wondering why they're doing it, that's kind of the explanation behind it.
Yeah, and Scytown does have 3 hearts, so he did retry out of that.
Actually, don't know that I've seen anybody do the little partial world wrap just to take a look at the coast item, which is something I think I would probably do in their situation, just to make sure I know what that item is.
And we got a pretty big small secret underneath Recorder Lake at 18 rupees. Also doing the initial Scytown think of, I'll take a heart. Also, his feed must have frozen for a bit, but he got his recorder and off again.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's gotten to the recorder at this point, in fact. See them all going up to Recorder Lake at this point. Looks like Captain Green's taking out just enough Octoroks to get himself back into a potential bomb count situation. Sidetown probably doing the same thing. Either that or just trying to get some health back so they can get off the screen, because it's pretty nasty. Unfortunately, Red Lionel decided to go down and then straight back up, and he wasn't really ready for that tactic, so we go back. And we have the White Sword item via hint as being the ladder, so that's going to be something that's kind of interesting. Alsoa has 4 hearts because I don't think he has his candle yet. So, he now has his candle via the Wood Sword Cave, which happened to be at the shop near Vanilla Start. But that's going to be a big boon for him because he's at least a 33% chance to pick up that ladder at this point. Getting another heart would put him into a position where he'd actually actively want to go through and find that should he stumble upon that White Sword hint. I think he did.
Big Dogger on Death Mountain. So level 5.
It's kind of a rough spot to enter into that level 4 because it's right in that little spot where the item would normally be, and with the old man and the key door there, it's kind of rough. Sidetown's actually going to completely erase his file because he saw that hint, and he saw the Wood Sword Cave, so that's going to be his second retry back without his flute, but now he's going to go ahead and get his 4th heart container, then the flute, and then the candle from the Wood Sword Cave.
Retry force for Trick Gamer, level 4.
Yep, and he was the only one that got that key out of level 7 via the pirouette, so that's how he got to that Triforce.
Level 4 being at the original Wood Sword location. Sidetown picking up his heart. Alsoa finds the ladder. 4 hearts are no good.
And I would pretty much expect him to go navigating the overworld until he finds another take any one, or at least he's going to go through a lot of the burn bushes and open caves trying to find one. Ladder can be very useful. You're going to have several dungeons because they are vanilla first quests that are likely to be ladder blocked given their shapes are fairly linear, like the bottom of level 4.
And
level
there could be
6 has
some
a good stretch.
And we're about to find out what our ladder item is.
Yep. If it's something
97.
like if it's something like the wand or even a red candle, it would be pretty significant. Bow, power bracelet, not so much. So we're not going to see a rapid acceleration of the seed. It's not going to be some sort of combat.
Level 9 in the forest. Your start. Or no, in the forest. So a near normal 97 for the large secret. One of the 3 on a first quest overworld map. As you can see, we have a mixture of hints, of truthful hints and community hints that are just fun.
Wouldn't be surprised to see people invest in the hints on mixed quests just because the information you can gather from them is fairly significant if it happens to be a helpful hint, and with first quest overworld money being in play and the money itself not being rolled too far off of the norm for the large secret, it's something that you got to consider.
Speaking of hints,
I'll allow it. There you go.
With the wand. Totally
See
worked.
how big that hint was.
And for those of you not completely familiar with Swordless Seeds, the wand is absolutely required in order to defeat Ganon, but it is also a very handy, repeatable offense. Set down 6 hearts. He'll be able to go get that ladder now.
Yeah, level 4 is one of those that could very easily be ladder blocked, so I feel like also really wanted to find a heart container or two to go ahead and be able to get his ladder before trying to go back there for the wand. Also, we'll probably need more keys.
Did we see the
It's
minus
worth-
17 hint there?
We did not, because he did not have quite enough. He had just barely enough to get that 54 hint, which is the most important one of the three.
And there's our ladder and a red ring in level 8 for Captain Green 7.
Yeah, giving a top 3 or 4 runner the red ring really early is a pretty big item, I would say, to just hand someone like that, because it's going to really give him the ability to just kind of run through rooms and not care. Because he can dodge so easily, you can just... Ooh, yeah, ladder block there for that compass. But basically, you're accelerating somebody who's already going to be a top runner by giving them some defense right off the bat.
Also gets a 5th heart. Don't know if that's enough.
I suspect he'll try.
Level 2 found. Oh, the other hint shop for Alsoa. Got a dud in the middle.
There's the Architect number 6, so here comes the beeline to the ladder. He has already seen the cave.
And 32 on the mid. This is overall a slightly positive overall number of rubies.
Yeah, it's hard to make a first quest overworld seed a poverty seed, but giving us 18, 32, 97 as our 3 values.
I believe we had a 1 small recently. That was something.
Yep. Trin's gonna have to use his bomb to get through. Does. Probably a little sad that that was what he spent his bomb for, but had to do it.
And also heading over to get his power bracelet.
What's interesting here is I don't think Truant actually saw the hint, but he's going back into level 4 where he got the Triforce. He's going to dig around. It does not have the ladder, so if the ladder is guarding the way to the wand, he won't be able to get there yet.
It wasn't an awful case for the ladder hint. I think it was one screen right of level 3.
Yeah, the Atlas is not on for this seed, and if it was, I think it still would not be something the runners will pick up as it is Vanilla First Quest Dungeons. You answer that question in chat. This seed is a swordless seed, so the Wood Sword Cave has 2 blue candles in it. You can just take your pick of the 2. It's all the same. And the wand is what you use to defeat Ganon, and really is one of your most consistent forms of combat that you're going to find. The others being bow and arrow, red candle.
For example, the wand is your way to defeat Agliok if we happen to have them.
Scytown now getting hints. He's going to be real happy when he buys this 54 hint, though. He's going to get the knowledge he needs the most, which is where the item needed to whack Ganon to death with is.
Did Did he get the 17, or did I miss that one?
I did not see what the 17 was if he got it.
So he had enough money to get it.
Yeah, I'm assuming he did get it, but I did not see what it was. Oh. Oasis says step over the water to reach the boomerang. So, a ladder-blocked boomerang may have been the cheap hint.
14 for bombs. Level 8 for Also. See if he can pick up a red ring.
Just going to be a clip away here. Looks like he was on the right spot, so we should see him going down the staircase. Yep. I think he's really just looking for keys at this point, though, because it's... Again, he has the knowledge of where his repeatable item or combat is on just about everything in the seed, minus Wiz
Probably
Robes,
like
I
a
suppose.
bomb shop.
Yeah, bomb shop would also be nice. But really, with the moblins so close to your starting screen, you can simply save and retry, just handle the first one down, and rinse repeat until you get a 4-pack.
Captain Green finding the ladder and saying, "This is heavy."
Yep, same bad news for him. 4 hearts, not enough. Unsure if 5 will be.
We switch audio over to Captain Green since Trent's been having a lot of latency issues, it seems.
He's about to get his 5th heart container on this screen, so that'll put him closer to the ladder, if not being able to obtain it. He's trying to get a bomb drop, but moblins are kind of juking the triple shot.
I think it was 33.55 for potions today. Spoken to. And a Triforce, level 2 for Sightdown.
Nobody has picked up that book yet for good reason.
And we saw a 54 rupee secret that told us that the wand was in level 4. Arrows for Captain Green 7. 5 is good enough for the ladder. Trent was unsuccessful in his dig of level 4 for the item.
Yep, just didn't have the resources to get there.
Key purchase for 93.
Yeah, I feel like he's loading up to go back in there as soon as he gets his exploration of this area completed. That's vanilla first quest dungeon layouts to answer the questions that come up in chat. So that is the main reason that even if the Atlas were on, which I believe it is not, that nobody will pick up the...
There's Captain Green finding out where the ladder is after seeing it himself and failing. Like, thanks, game. Yep, step over the water to reach the boomerang.
No, he's going to get all three.
Also finds his bomb shop. Loads up.
Saiton's trying to conserve his health on the screen and get a bomb drop at the same time. Now he's got the bomb drop, I just forced my way through this. Yep, that's what he's going to do.
Right, Captain Green's got a little bit of money. He's got there's a hint drop here.
Yeah, we'll see if he opts into it. May not.
And unfortunately, the internet is plaguing everybody tonight, or the restream in general.
I have a feeling that, well, I guess we'll find out. I won't guess, because I'll probably be wrong. Nope, he's at the same rupee count and he's moved on, so... opted against it. A little surprised Trent Bomb there. Maybe he's lost track of where exactly he is in the dungeon. And he only threatens with the any key.
So I was wrong on my location. I thought it was on Kendall Row.
He doesn't have enough for the last one. Didn't see what the first one was, but I'm assuming it wasn't anything useful.
It was a community hit.
I believe we have information for the majority of the dungeons at this point. I think the only dungeons we don't have info on or location of, well, now I guess it's just 6. It was going to be 1 and 6. I guess 3 we also don't officially know where it's at, we just know it's item. Also did not get the blue ring, to answer the question, Chad. He's just got randomized tunics on, and he got the red ring out of level 8. He's got the upgrade, just the full upgrade. Oh man, if this is the room, it's very unfortunate for Sci-Town because he will not have enough bombs to complete it.
Yep, every Dodongo requires 2 lovely gifts of food of 1 bomb.
I would go farm bombs and come straight back, but there's a chance that that is not the staircase. I think he's going to do that. He's just going to take his free Triforce that he passed earlier before doing so. Looks like Truant forced a bomb on the Zol's dark room. Fortunately, I do think he's going to have to go through high enough quantity of bombs to not have enough to bomb the Dodongos once he gets there, unless he can build up his count and force another one.
Right,
Everybody's ladder.
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of runners have opted into buying at least one key, in some cases 2 keys for this level 4. Again, it's not got the most key blocks in it, but it's got enough linear spots to where if a key were in the way that it would impede you should you not have 1 or 2. So I think that's the reason why you're seeing everybody grab some when they can. Saitan's going to use the ladder to juke the first one, and then the candle boost past the second Gibdo.
Also, I got stopped by a shutter door and a couple Zols.
Saitan with 8 bombs is going to almost certainly get all 3 of these. We're going to find out if this is the wand. It is. Saitan is the first to get his seed accelerated by a repeatable item.
The good news is you don't have to have a lot of bombs to get to that room. Triforce out level 7 for Captain Green 7.
Looks like the magical bombs are power bracelet blocked near the desert, so that's unlikely to come into play, but you never know. Those actually, you know what? I don't think we have that flag on, so it's just a you get some bombs back. You don't get a increase in your quantity. So almost certainly not going to see anybody go back and get those.
Yeah, because we were only because of the rule set for this series, only change 1 flag, so swordless.
It looks like we may be trying to get the refresh going because of all the frame lag. Let's see what happens. Doesn't look like anybody else has gotten to the wand just yet, though. So is on his way back up into that area, so my assumption is he probably knows that he's got to bomb some the dongos to death to get it.
And warning everybody, we may have another hiccup in the system as we try to get things back to normal.
Looks like Alsoa kind of worked his way into this other push block room and is trying to bomb his way through some of the combat in there with the blue Darknut and the Gibdo. Unfortunately, he has found the incorrect push block room. And
At least he finished it out so he can go buy bombs and try again once he, well, farm bombs and try again.
yep. Looks like Captain Green has opted back into level 1.
There's an unkillable Gleeok until you get the wand.
And an item on the west wing. And he had the block clip that time, but the Moldorms are really trolling. Let's see if he can get in there around this time. The bow.
The bow. Vanilla.
Well, it's a Fred, but he'll take it because he's already got that wood arrow purchase. So now he's got a form of combat that will repeat until he runs out of rupees.
And at 83, he's looking pretty good there.
And the +4 rolls on the bosses has resulted in a Moldorm that is going to cost him probably a good 12 to 15 rupees worth of arrows.
Truant spends his bombs wisely, gets the wand. Sighttown gets the red ring.
At this point, it's pretty likely that this is going to really depend entirely on where silvers end up being in the seed, given that we've got a fairly free location for the bow, and we got the hint for the wand that most of our runners saw, if not all.
There's also a feeding the Dodongos their favorite meal.
He's got to be careful here, though. He's going to get it. So everybody's got some combat now. It's Captain Green's probably in the least favorable position of the forerunners, but he's still got something to work with, so shouldn't be pushing him too far behind. See if we found the item 7 yet. Nope. Just the transport. So we get also finally picking up his Triforce out of level 4 now that he's got the wand in hand.
Rat,
bait block.
level 1.
Yep, bait block is in level 5, looks like. And it's actually in one of the easier to get around spots as well. I think there's only one room that's actually blocking potentially. And if you can't bomb into it, then it's a... Well, no, you can. You can at least get in there from the top side, so...
110. Bomb upgrade for 4 bombs.
Regular enemies are vanilla, and there is a bomb pack in level 7, so that's the white sword. He's gonna pick it up and realize that it's no upgrade, it's just bombs. But at least he knows.
And our ladder heart is in level 8.
So it's...
With no magical sword or upgrade in play, definitely gonna skip that at this point.
Yep, so we're looking at 5, 6, or 9 now for silvers. I believe. Since 1 was the raft. Yeah.
Captain Green also bombing this room.
Yeah, unfortunately, he had the combat to easily get through the prior room, and that's gonna cost him some of his bombs here. Hopefully, he gets a lucky draw for his sake, because it'll give him a chance to bomb the Dodongos without having to retry or save and come back with 8 bombs.
Hi, Goma.
Goma could be significant.
Drive force out of level 8 for Town.
Yep, all the way up at the top, it looked like.
Ooh, Canana key for Truant Gamer.
Yep, it's pretty useful tech to have in your back pocket, knowing that the door will lose a bit of its property as you're killing the last enemy in the room and another shutter opens in the room.
And that'll round out our wands for tonight on stream.
Yep.
And Captain Green has the bow as well, so he has got the resource lead right now.
Yep. It's what he's got. What the runners kind of refer to as shaddy mode, which is you can go to 9 basically at this point and hope that the silvers are there. So
Captain
we'll
Green
see.
doing bad things to the old man, hopefully to build up his item count.
Yep.
And a red candle. Red candle.
So it's I guess the dream would be 6 has silver, so you have the double 9 or 9. Always a crowd favorite.
So we're still looking for the location of 3 and 6.
Yep. We know, I think every runner, because of the hint in 4, knows roughly. Well, no, that was the hint for 5. I know some of the runners at least have the hint for Death Mountain being the home for level 3. We have no hints whatsoever, however, across the board for level 6.
Our race for Captain Green, and while he's in the area, let's go check that rest spot along the coast.
While Town is halfway there on the Triforce count.
And it is level 3 raft blocked. I see nothing in Captain Green's way from getting his magical key.
Yep. Got my hits mixed up, it appears, but it's okay. I don't think he's actually even interested in it. At 4 keys, he's just gonna go straight down here, and unless it's a super room, just keep on moving.
I'm not even sure if he knows that the magical key is here. He might be.
He 100% knows, because he's the one with that hint. I believe that was in the second hint shop that he went into on the vanilla first, or vanilla level 1.
Now
Does
he's
look like
back
he's
in.
Yep. Looks like he is.
Also saying, I don't have enough money.
This reverse seat could be the item, but it could also be the drop. And it's the drop. It's fairly common in level 3 that that is the case. Old man late to the party there. Looks like the most likely location for the Iniki is going to be in the top portion of level 3. It is in a large chunk of the time a right-hand staircase in level 3.
Technically, that's a lie. It's because he said that Cleoc lurks close to start. Well, he actually lurks at start, but the hints don't know that. Differentiate it, at least.
Here's the right-hand staircase. Here's the Iniki. Would have been interesting if he had gone to the left side of level 3 and every room, like, basically had a key. If he would have just said, alright, forget it, now I'm up to 6 or 7, let's go.
It's got a lot of dungeons to clear, though, so... let's see. Let's eaten the number 3 Triforce. And the number 8 for Alsoa.
Didn't see where level 6 is, but we have collectively found all the dungeons.
So, Cat Green actually has also number 4, so he is at 4 Triforces. Manhandle roll today. Not up. These are not the Superman handlers chat is looking for.
Looks like everybody now at least has the red ring, though.
And a magical boomerang in level 6, meaning we have the remainder items in level 9.
It's a pretty tough call to make on who's in front here. It looks like it's going to be between Captain Green and Sighttown. Sighttown has all dungeon knowledge -3's location and doesn't have the raft. Captain Green doesn't have 5 or 6's exact location, but he knows 5's general location is Death Mountain, so he should head that way next.
Well, Sidedown needs to find one in order to get all those pieces put together.
Yep, but his natural routing has mostly Death Mountain left to go, so we should see him kind of wander that direction now.
Love 2 Tri-4s for Captain Green 7, putting him at 6. And with the discovery of that magical boomerang, that puts the channel in no mode, where we know the general location of where everything is.
Yeah, I think Sighttown's actually pretty close to no mode too once he gets through level 1. Got the big payday, wants to go back to make sure there isn't some other critical hint that he missed.
Sidedown in level 1, also getting his Tri-4s out level 2. So it'll be an easier go for Sidedown and Captain Green with having the one going in.
Still some chances for some trolls left in the seed though. 9's enemies will be unshuffled, so you're guaranteed your friendly Wizrobe rooms, and if they happen to be blocking shutter doors, whether they open afterwards or not, could troll some runners.
Drink Gamer with the Triforce at level 8. Captain Green says, I don't need the red candle now.
Yep, he's getting pretty fortunate with his route too. I think the Triforce is actually just one room over through this key door. So, should he go that direction next, he will be in the Triforce room. And it looks like he's gonna look around though, just to try and cover all the rooms. Oh, there's the Goma hint. That's actually pretty helpful.
Thing is, that's the last dungeon he needs after here.
Yeah, the only other hint that he would really need is the magic boomerang is in level 6. But there is a hint out there that he has that told him that the magic boomerang is ladder block, so if there's an early ladder block in 6 that he sees, he may deduce that it's quite likely that the magic boomerang is there and he just had a 9. So that's kind of what we're waiting to see.
Also getting his magic key hint, and the other 2 are duds.
Oh, it's a regular boomerang that was ladder blocked, so unfortunately will not be a hint that he has for the magic boomerangs, so plus it's in here.
So
It's
he's
just
just ladder block
upgrade.
in 9.
Yeah. May or may not be a truthful hint in that sense, then. There's some situations where it doesn't actually block it, it just blocks the most direct path, and the program doesn't necessarily recognize all potential routes to it. Alright. Bow for Side-Town, but doesn't have the floor item. Looked for a second like he might think about bailing, but I think he's about out of locations for his overworld search, so...
As far as he
Looks like-
knows, that floor item could be the Silvers itself.
Yep, that too. Though at 50 minutes in, I would probably be meta gaming personally that the Silvers are in a worse location than level 1. Because if you have the ladder free on the overworld with bow and Silvers in 1, it ought to be a jet.
Also, into the staircase for the bow.
Assuming Truant must have the Triforce at level 2, or know exactly what room it's in if he just passed on the compass there.
Almost picked up that book.
Well, that would have made for a great interview.
How did you feel when you picked up the book? With the current flag set, the book is at its normal function of adding fire to the wand, and with the required usefulness of the wand to seed, the fire gets in your way a lot.
To answer the question in chat, was not an almost Y-Force, he was just in such a hurry, and he was straight lining it that he almost walked straight into it.
Also, picking up the Triforce out of 1, Trent got his out of 2. Side-Town picking the wrong raft spot.
It's a fair point by chat that,
I think there was a second runner who saw the bombs.
I don't know, I definitely don't think it was Sci-Town that saw it. It might have been Alsoa or Captain Green.
Yeah, I mean, everybody else besides Side-Town has gotten the Triforce out of level 7. I think one of them got the Triforce quickly, and the other one did some digging.
As far as I know, Sci-Town's only been so far into level 7.
There's Magic Boomerang making a second appearance.
Yep, and another person spurting it, so we know which two runners won't be winning. Although, despite not winning, he'll go to level 9 now, I suppose, with that Triforce out of 6.
Green making a trip into level 8.
He does not know, I believe, that the heart container is in here. I think he just saw the red ring and that was it. I think we have about a dozen runners. We'll let you know when others finish up after we get our first on stream.
And we got Side-Town making his way into level 3.
See if Sci-Town digs the Iniki out of here, because I think he also knows it's here. My guess is if he's at 6 or 7 keys, it'll probably be a no.
Yeah, when Captain Green was in level 3, he had a lot more dungeons to clear, so it's possible his key count could have gone down. Whereas Side-Town is only needing two Triforces.
Yep, and now 1. There's the heart container. I'm actually A little bit surprised, but I guess Wizrobes in 9 would make it worthwhile to go get that. And Captain Green definitely did not get the knowledge of bombs in 7, since he's back in there as well. I'm going to guess it was Alsoa that probably was the other one that saw it. Bomb upgrade is in a pretty troll location, seeing as you can't really get there directly from the top row, but it's in the top row on the far side. It is, I believe, Leok blocked here.
Also, getting his bomb upgrade out level 5. And another runner sees the magical boomerang and passes.
I bet you if anybody found that magic boomerang at like the 5-minute mark, they probably would have picked it up, but I actually don't blame anybody at 56.
Well, about 2 weeks ago, we had the Armo side of his magical boomerang, and everybody was picking that up.
So Captain Green's gonna get the bad news. He's gonna pick it up and realize that it's just a refill, pretty much, and then bail.
Hightown picks up some arrows.
Boss groups will not be randomized, so you won't be looking at any Gomas in level 9.
Yeah, the entirety of the level 9 enemy set is as vanilla.
At least the primary enemy is vanilla. Not for certain on the remainder, because the enemy groups, I believe, are shuffled.
The level 9 has its own flag, and it's vanilla in the Tobalt set. And Captain Green 7 makes it into level 9 so we can hear that wonderful music, so we can hear the potential roar of Ganon. As we do not have audio for Side Down. Or we didn't earlier. I don't think it's been reset with the settings. Oh, we do have a Side Down. Okay. Couple more Triforce pickups. 6 for Also, at number 5 for Truant Gamer.
Looks like we have Zelda's location for Sighttown now, so part of the puzzle solved for him. But you just want to make sure second quest staircases weren't on.
Now I missed whether I also got the Raptor not a level 1, so he did not stay on there quite quick enough for me to see there. I mean, he should have it, but that's not a guarantee.
Don't think anybody got a potion on stream as well at this point, so it's a pretty. That's vanilla, is it not?
Okay, also it does have a raft, but has chosen the wrong one first. And a better prize than the compass, some bombs. Also finding his last dungeon. Be curious to see if Sighttown actually runs out of keys here. Because the other two runners are also fairly low. So they may dig the magic key.
I suspect Alsoa has to look around for it. Given he's running away from the Triforce, that's 100% that he's looking for it. We'll get it.
Even with the red ring, Sighttown down to half a heart.
Looks like we got a solid all fail in the southwest with a shutter door potentially blocking the other item even. It's blocking a room for sure.
Ganon will not be present in his room tonight. And a hint for the northeast for the silver arrows.
Oh, just a question of how do we get up there?
I hear some roaring.
Yep, useful information, but
Too early.
not a room we wanted to walk into, probably. And 2 runners now successfully trapped. Or not, maybe there's some bomb walls through.
At least a couple. Bye Ganon, bye Ganon, bye Ganon.
That looks like everybody's going to take their turn.
And all the walls are bombable that have no door.
Captain Reed's got to be careful here. He's in the general vicinity of where he needs to try and get to, but he was also down to half a heart. Looks like he couldn't find the route there, so he's going to have to go back to start and sort it out.
I forget, do 5 double blocks push?
That flag is not on tonight.
That is the second quest, okay. Just noting how there was one of those rooms with blue wizards just south of Ganon. It's like, that would be Mighty Trolley 9.
I wish it were going to be the case, but unfortunately, not to be. It looks like Sighttown's kind of in the right spot. Fortunately, this staircase takes him away. He's already searched through all those, but I think he didn't go right unless he went in there from the right door and it closed behind him. Keys and bombs are both an issue now for Sighttown, so it did come back to haunt him, not searching that. Any key out of 3.
As Trent Gamer finds his magical key. What do you think, Fury? How many keys do you feel comfortable with saying, I can't possibly run out of keys in level 9?
I don't know if there's a comfortable key count for that, but with Sci-Town's key count, I would be comfortable digging 9 without going and searching an extra X amount of rooms in level 3 for him. Unfortunately, it looks like it's actually not going to be a key block that gets him, but a bomb block. I think that you almost have to bomb one of those walls to the room he was just in.
Well, that's interesting.
Let's
We
see
get-
where...
We have all the runners there. The first 2 runners in 9 are no longer there.
I think Captain Green is...
Bomb upgrade.
Recalling the bomb upgrade and going for it.
So there was 1 in 5, and I think the other one was in 8.
Yep, and Sci-Town going to pick up the any key that he left behind.
So still digging in 9. No bombs though.
I feel fairly comfortable saying it's going to be a bomb before a key. What would really be something is if Truant was the last of the featured runners to get into 9, but the first to complete the seed.
There's a potion pickup for Captain Green. Not quite enough money to get a red potion, even though both are fairly cheap.
Now, Soa sees that shutter doored room in the southwest corner and may fear the same exact thing, so he's probably going to go look for bombs.
And 1 more purchase for Elsa to get it to his maximum of 12.
So, Captain Green now up in the correct quadrant. Do you ever go through this staircase? It looks like no, given he's trying to bomb through some wizards here. At least he hasn't taken this push block staircase. Oh, I think you just take the clock now. You're trying to get him to work out for you. There you go. And there they are. Wizrobes guard the silvers.
And with that, Captain Green 7 is in go mode.
I think now everybody but Truant Gamer has seen the banana in 9. The Side-Town is now going to walk up and get the bad news. He's in the wrong side of 9. Meanwhile, Captain Green 7 is going to try and beat Ganon down with the wand. A total of
8 hits.
8 hits. Fortunately, he's hitting him in the exact same spot, so for the most part, he was in the same stance and going left every time, but with the red ring and the equivalent of a white sword to hit him with, it's not too terrible a fight. Just a bit slower than he would have liked.
And with prior knowledge of where the princess is, he should be making quite the beeline for it.
It's a pretty quick walk from start, but it must also have been a pretty easy to get to Zelda location from that staircase as he took it, and sure enough.
And the shutter door opens, and GG to Captain Green 7.
Yep. As prophesized by the lack of magic boomerang pickup, he is not quite fast enough to beat Chest Jerk for the overall first place finish on the night, but he is first on the restream. Chest Jerk finished with an official time of 109.39, and CG7 was at a 117.07. I believe we have Side-Town and Elso both in the correct room. So I think we're going to have a pretty fun finish to watch here.
Trent decided to go back to level 8 to find out that, oh yeah, that was just a heart.
Fortunately, Elso's locked up on his screen, but I'm gonna guess that yep, he's in the room, so never mind, he's really moved. Speaking of in the room, Captain Green 7, second place finisher overall and first on the restream, is in the booth. GG's.
Thank you, Fury.
So I think you pretty much had full knowledge of every item location by the time you entered 9, so the silvers were default there. Unfortunately, they're in a bit of a room that you might want to pass most of the time, given the bomb counts.
Yeah, it was not the friendliest room. I was pretty short on bombs by the time I got there. I had the hint from the old man, so I knew they were in the northeast, so I knew there was a pretty good chance it was that push block after I explored around it for a bit. So, figured the fastest thing was just to go back and grab that bomb upgrade.
And with that, Alsoa finishes on the restream second place with an official time of 1:19 and 12 seconds.
Yep.
And there's also joining us in the booth, GG.
GG's.
Yep. Made up quite a bit of time.
GG also.
And actually passed Side-Town, who had you beat into 9 by a reasonable margin.
Are we talking reasonable in terms of like multiple minutes, or are we talking reasonable in terms of like I was 20 minutes behind and somehow pulled that out?
I think reasonable would be he's been in there for a good 15, 16 minutes and had to leave.
Wow. Okay. Well, I thought I was playing fine, but apparently not.
Saitown actually beat by seconds into level 9 Captain Green.
Yep, but the difference between Alsoa and Sidetown specifically, I think, was a reasonable margin. And by default, Alsoa and Captain Green 7, yeah.
So I'm curious what the difference was, because I felt like I had Wand reasonably early for what the seed wanted you to do to get it.
Well, first off, we'll note that Sidetown has officially finished up here with a 120.41, good enough for 5th overall and 3rd on the restream. Oh, let's rethink what happened in the seed. I think everybody basically got the most important of the hints as to where the wand was located. I think we had 3 of the 4 runners with a fairly early ladder as well. And I think it was just Sidetown getting there just a little bit quicker overall, just having bought the keys to make sure he got into that general area of level 4. That led him to get there the quickest.
Yeah, no, I can definitely do it.
Captain Green, I think, had bought wood arrows and had the bow ahead of going in there, so he got to clear his way there a bit faster. And then I think had a pretty fortunate run-in with some red dark nuts right before that. The Dongo blocked Juan.
Yeah, I can't complain about palm luck for a while after that one.
And then it was just kind of off to the races with freebie combat. I know that Captain Green was first by I guess about a mile to the red ring. So that was also nice to have.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, having that early. And I probably shouldn't have dug the second item in 8, but at that point I hadn't found one and said, meh. It's in one of like 3 rooms at this point.
Saitown actually did a double retry beginning of the seed.
Yep, because he got the heart container out of the Takening one, then decided he needed the candle to potentially boost his way into the recorder, only to then find the ladder hint and the wood sword cave arrive after, and then decide he wanted to go ahead and retry again and set it up better for himself. Turns out the ladder was obtainable on 5 hearts, as Truant picked it up on 5, I believe, but most of the runners got it on 6.
I'm actually quite happy that the raft was required, just because we don't get to see that often.
Weeks in a row, though, I think.
I was not much around for last week, so I don't recall that one, but getting to see it here was great.
Money was pretty average plus.
I made a very stupid logic gamble, by the way.
So you're saying you're shady?
Yeah, so going into 4, when I saw that Pulse Voice room at the bottom, I said Wand can't be there because I'm guessing the logic isn't going to put the bow somewhere reasonable. And the game doesn't assume you can do spawn manipulations, ergo it assumes you do the whole room in one sweep.
Yeah, I don't know about that whole line of thought, but it ended up working out for you, I suppose.
The line of thought to say that the bow was going to be unreasonably obtainable without a wand was absolutely garbage. But I think it's been confirmed that the logic does assume you can do the room in one pass.
Yeah, the logic is against spawn manipulation. You're correct there.
I had no business assuming that bottom of 4 was not going to have the wand.
The Dodongos were rude. Sure, finding the boomerang, as did everybody else.
To be honest, though, the saltiest thing that happened to me in the seed was losing what I think was a force in the fire room in 9.
I think everybody dipped out of 9 to go get resources.
Yeah, I haven't seen Truant do it yet, but I'm pretty sure everybody was kind of low on either bombs or keys. In Saitown's case, it was the any key that he felt was the worst of things to not have, so he went back to grab that, hoping that the key doors were the answer, not the fact that he was on 0 bombs for that wizard room that just happened to be it.
So did anyone else? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out like where else you lost time. I'm trying to remember exactly what Captain Green's route was, because between him and Saitown, who we don't have in the booth at this point, I felt like they got a good 7 or 8 minutes on you.
Well, let's take a look at some stuff. So
I
know
think I was
have
8,
wand.
2, 7, 1, and then wand and 4.
It could have been the full,
So I had-
near full clear of 7,
yeah.
the full clear of 8.
I had a really quick red ring, saw the book really quick, just grabbed the Triforce out of 7 really quick, and then had the bow out of 1, and then that led to the wand in 4, sort of.
Yeah, I guess Captain Green took advantage of the fact that he had a ton of resources to go back and redig level 7 later with all those resources versus Elso, who's digging it a little bit earlier. Would be a little bit
Yeah,
of
I
the issue you
got
had.
out of there
I can
really
see that,
fast
yeah.
the first time.
And I'll sit here and say that I had no business taking the second item out of 8.
I feel like that's a reasonable gamble. Just go ahead and just dig 7, because it's a chance, if nobody's finished at the point that you're digging that item, that it is there as opposed to 9. Kind of equal odds.
I think what hurt me a little bit in 7 was I didn't take the early transport because I said, okay, I'm gonna just check the top portion of 7 and found the item on accident.
And with just turning on a Sword of the Seed, we don't have bomb upgrades for White Sword and Magical Sword.
Yeah, that concerned me a bit because I'm like, oh, okay, well, now I just have to assume that if I full clear of 1 and 2 and get no floor drop, well, one of those random bomb packs was my White Sword. Thank you and good day.
That is a good point.
Yeah, the odds of that happening are fairly low, but it does make you keep track of what you, what rooms you have and haven't cleared in level 1 and level 2.
And then you see the Stalfos with a big old raft.
It doesn't appear that we'll have Sighttown, and we'll see what Chestrick ends up choosing to do to the flags here at some point pretty soon, I suppose. I see some comments in our Discord, so maybe he's already picked.
In before 16 hearts start.
It's fine to finally get the Swordless Oko feature back on speed gaming.
Oh man,
Perfect opportunity.
I wonder how much I'd have to pay him to get that. I'm sure there's got to be a price point. Everybody's got the price.
Like, y'all can do that. I'll just stand over here and watch the madness.
Oh, you can commentate. You've got nothing to do for a couple hours.
If I don't have work in the morning, yeah,
Pulled
sure.
Dave back out of retirement to commentate that with him.
So let's do a quick rundown. We got Chestrick had finished in first place with a 109.39. Second was Captain Green 7. Third was Random Effect. Also in fourth place, Sighttown in fifth. Shaddy in sixth with a 125.15, and Bogey Smalls 128.40.
I really did like the Ganon rune that you could bomb out of twice and it led to nothing.
Actually, 3 times.
Oh, all 3 doors opened?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Lucky us. 3 red
Oh.
herrings.
Would have
Yeah,
been
it
so
was-
much better if they would have actually had the silvers on the other side.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I was asking Furious like that double 5 that 5 double blocks that doesn't open up. It's like nope, that's second quest only. And I was like, because that would have been a interesting staircase to go to the silvers.
It would have been even better if it was like mixed half shapes, half first quest, and a random second quest stair managed to get shuffled in, but that was the only second quest stair that got shuffled into a first quest dungeon. Or I guess it would need to be half second quest, half first quest. Wait, what?
If you have mixed quest, there can be some shenanigans. But it would have to be. I'm pretty sure it has to be a situation where it's either the flag's turned on or you have like shapes as the other portion that happens. I don't think. I can't remember what we had for the Oko flag set because I know the Oko flag set had the diagonal block room as a push block in level 1. We did that back in the day. But that's been at least 2 years since we did that. I want to say first quest has first quest stairs, second quest has second quest stairs, but part of me also wants to say it's just the walkthrough that has that sort of distinct property that holds to the dungeon.
Yeah, I think it has to do with if you randomize rooms between dungeons is really the kicker.
Probably.
Because if you don't have that, then you're never going to get your second quest rooms put into a first quest dungeon because they'll stay in their dungeon, I think. Truant doing the, it appears he's doing the standard part of the course of level 9.
Well, as we kind of saw from multiple angles on this, the path to get up there directly is to basically spend most of your bombs by the time you get there and thus not have a ton of bombs left to bomb that room. I think that got at least 2 of the runners. I don't know if it got you also, but you know, both Sci-Town and Captain Green 7 were in that room with somewhere between 0 and 2 bombs.
I don't think that specifically got me. I think what more got me was just running out of bombs on the way up there, so I had to go back and get some, and having a few more bombs going into that room initially probably helped a little bit.
So we do not have the randomized dungeon rooms in a Tumult set.
Nope, they're definitely not on for this set. We don't have a second quest as part of our rotation of dungeons as well, so that would have been the other thing needed to kind of see whether or not we were correct or incorrect on that.
Yeah, you cannot actually have second quest rooms or doors without turning on randomized dungeon rooms unless you're, in a second quest type dungeon.
Alright, well, I think I'm going to jump out of here, but thank you to the commentators and the trackers and the Speed Gaming family of channels and everybody behind the scenes, and a GG's to all of my fellow runners that were on the restream. Really good race, folks. At least from my perspective.
Thank you. Also, GG to you too. And I'll echo everything he said and go ahead and hop out too.
Yep, GG's to both of you, and see you next week unless it's Oko, probably. Doesn't look like we're gonna get that. I know he wanted fun percent if he could get us to re-roll until we got Harcontators as the fun percent, but in any event, he has until, I believe, Tuesday mid-afternoon to sort out what flag he wants to turn on.
%, and reroll until we get art containers. That would be.
think in theory that's actually not something that can happen, though, correct? 'Cause it's that would be Heart Container is considered more of a double sprite, where it's kind of a mirrored sprite over itself.
I've seen the. I think I've seen ladder as a fun percent, or I know it can.
I've seen the half ladder as the
Right.
fun percent, but I haven't seen a half heart as a fun percent flag, which is what I think would end up having to be the case.
Yeah, I guess. I don't think I've even seen a half raft either. And oddly enough, compasses are a double sprite.
Shrin's seen just about every single room of this 9, so he's kind of going through the same motions as Town and Captain Green went through. I think Elso is the only one that didn't get to see the full tour.
That's a pretty complete map. Could you bomb down from where he was?
Don't believe so. I believe you can get into that room from just about every other angle. Also, shoutouts to Zelda. I know that they did not have to be in their vanilla rooms for this, but she decided to keep hers. As evidenced by Ganon's room not being where he was. I believe the odds, however, were a little bit higher that that could be the room that she was in, just because I believe her room had to stay in 9, given that we shuffled dungeon rooms but didn't randomize them across dungeons, if I've understood my flags correctly here.
That I believe that is correct.
In any event, the odds were low still.
Yeah, Ganon's room can be a lot more freely placed, whereas her room, not so much.
Yeah, but most enemies can spawn in there, just not Ganon. You get Wizrobes, Pancakes, Patras, any sort of boss, really.
Did Truant see the hint for the silvers yet?
He's in that segment of the dungeon, so it surprised me if he did not see it. I think he's just loading up on bombs to go back up into the northeast. If he didn't see it, he's got the entirety of the rest of the dungeon except for the shutter door below, which I think he just cleared in that southwest corner, so he would know by default where his silvers are going to be. It's off to probably Monocle Rock, which I believe is where the bomb shop was, to refill again. Try again.
Only taking one bomb back. I don't agree.
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, my preference would probably be to, given that he has the flute, to just go ahead and up a save, go back to start, go to the overworld spot just to your west, farm the moblins until you get a bomb drop and go back in. If he's trying to keep enough money to be able to clear stuff with arrows still, even though there's not a lot that you can clear with this dungeon. He's going to be entering the room now. We'll see if he opts to try and clear it, which I think he will. I think he's going to try and set up the reds as a double up. Oh, he's leaving the room now, though. I don't think he meant to do that. You gotta get the two reds to spawn together and bomb them, and just hope that they drop a bomb at this point. And they are spawning together, but they're spawning together across the way. Finally got one of them over.
And same enemy ordering. No bomb drop, so he's gonna get out of here and get a couple bomb packs.
I think he's just gonna say forget it, actually. Looks like he has decided to throw in the towel. Probably knows that's the room and is just kind of running out of time.
Yep, there's an official forfeit.
He may stop in real quickly, or if he's got... Yep, here he comes. I suppose you probably know where the silvers are, so I will forgo that. How's the seat otherwise, though?
You talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Durant. GG.
All right. Yeah, I thought it was okay getting that hint early for the wand was big, and I thought it was going pretty well. And then 9 just kind of wrecked me there when I mismarked that one room for being a stair, and I didn't feel like trying to dig more bombs for that.
Yep, it was the staircase you needed to clear out, unfortunately, but
It happens.
I think memory serves correctly. I think you were the 4th on the restream to the wand, and a lot of people got that sort of set up to the ladder and the hint shop just a little bit quicker. You almost got there first just by virtue of keys. I think Sighttown bought 2 keys to get there a little bit quicker.
Trent was actually you were 3rd on restream to get the wand because Captain Green was the last to get it, but he had gotten the bow first.
Ah, yes, that's fair.
Well, not a horrible trade-off to begin with.
Yeah, by the time he got in there, he had wood arrows, bow, red ring, knowledge of the item, and 2. So he had a little bit of knowledge and something to repeatable combat with, especially with Pole's voice in there.
Yeah, I can say that I was being a little stubborn early on and wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. I knew the ladder was in forest, so I thought to go look for that first, even though I knew I couldn't get it, and did a few other things, and then just bonking my head in 4 a couple times trying to figure it out. Probably wasn't the best. I should have been equipped before I came in there really to go after that wand.
F. There was another play that I think hurt you and Elso specifically is I think you two dug to the bomb upgrade in 7 fairly early in the seed, whereas Scytown and Captain Green went back and took a look when they were like fully kitted out and could just rush through rooms until they found the staircase. But yeah, just a bit unfortunate with the 9 clear. Captain Green, I think, and Scytown both had to leave and get bombs and go back to that room to be able to clear it and finish off the seed as well. So you weren't going to be the only one if you had opted to go out, farm bombs, and come back to have to do that to get your silvers. But
Captain Green even went out to go buy a bomb upgrade.
Yeah, I thought I was being smart with that. I went back to 8 and figured, well, there's a couple rooms. I know there's a bomb upgrade in there, and I could just double check for silvers while I'm there, and it didn't work out. So, I mean, bomb upgrade helped, but I would have probably forfeit 20 minutes ago otherwise.
yeah, Scytown had to go back to 3 because he got down to the dreaded double zeros on his 2 counts. No keys, no bombs, and 9 is bad. I think he was also low on bombs, but managed to pick up some bombs along the way to get that, and went back in eventually with the full complement. Well, no, the seed wasn't so bad. Just had to kind of pick and choose the right spot to look at 9 earlier, and looks like Chester was definitely on the right path a lot quicker than the field as he really got in there and stormed through the seed in just under 70 minutes.
Yeah, quite a run. GG's there.
Yep, now all we gotta do is pay him off for some Oko, so we have the Oko Swordless in play, and we're all set for next week, right?
I heard he liked hearts, so maybe start there with him.
Yeah, he's already made comment that he wants us to fun percent and keep re-rolling until we get the heart containers, but I don't know that Oasis is going to play ball there. Any final thoughts from you, Trent, though?
I still like swordless.
Me too. I thought about playing in this, but figured I'd come and keep Chiro's company and save Oasis. He was dreading having to talk, I think.
Well, I appreciate it on your end, and thanks everybody.
All right. Have a good night there, Trent. That's gonna wrap us up. Any final thoughts there, Fury?
Well, I mean, we got one more week of this sort of add-on flag set, I believe. Last week is next Sunday at 10 Eastern.
Yep, and we'll be getting some other wonderful ideas for future seeds, and I don't think this will be the last we see of the Champion's Choice.
Now, I suspect we'll probably be looking at maybe sorting out the Speed Gaming Live flag sets for Z1R as that event's coming up, I think, in mid-November, so you might see some weeks where we start testing out flags to potentially play in that, or maybe sort out what we're actually going to be playing for that and get some test runs going of that. So probably put it on hold until maybe January or February of next year for this, but it was a fun little 4 or 5 week experiment.
Indeed.
But yeah, thanks for joining me, Chiros, and doing the double duty again. And thanks to Speed Gaming for hosting these weekly tournaments now for a couple of years for us, and letting our runners get a chance to show what they're capable of on the restream. So we do appreciate that as well.
We'll see you all next week. Bid you adieu.
Yep, good night, everyone.